still can't believe she's gone. She was like my sister.
I know, darling. It is all so unbelievable. It's just... it's so tragic. Gwen, you have to use this tragedy. What? Sheridan wanted Ethan to marry you, not Teresa. So you have to play up the friendship. Play up your grief. I don't have to pretend, Mother. I am heartbroken about Sheridan. She was my best friend. Well, I know that. I do. I just... Look, all I'm saying is you don't want to let an opportunity to bond with Ethan to slip through your fingers.
I won't manipulate, Mother. Ethan and I will grieve together because we both loved Sheridan.
Look, I know that. But we both also know that old saying. You know, when God closes a door, he opens a window. And this is a window of opportunity for you to show Ethan that you are the right woman for him and to get rid of Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald. That is still what you want, isn't it? Ethan.
I'm gonna miss her so much. We were all supposed to go to Paris this spring together, remember?
Now that is more like it. And Julian, that was a stroke of genius, getting Teresa to stay away from her, telling her she wasn't wanted.
I simply told the truth. This is a time for family to be together, not for outsiders. I couldn't believe she had the nerve to call here.
Neither could I. But what do you expect from a tramp like Teresa? Now, Ethan doesn't need anyone but Gwen right now. And I want to keep it that way.
And Rebecca, we're both cut from the same mold. We both realize that Sheridan's death can be used to drive Teresa away from Ethan and make sure that he marries Gwen.
How many times do I have to tell you? The Crane family does not let outsiders in. Now, Ethan may love you, but at a time like this, he needs to be with his family.
Your mother is exactly right.
They only see you as the housekeeper's daughter. They will never accept someone like you to be romantically involved with Ethan. Certainly not someone he could marry.
But that's because Ethan doesn't...
Teresa! Whitney, please, be a dear and make us a fresh pot of coffee.
Sure,
please.
sure.
Have you not listened to a word I've said? I forbid you to tell Ethan he is not a Crane. Now, you must never tell anyone, not even Whitney, that you know about his birth.
Mama, he deserves to know the truth.
No. No. Only you and Mrs. Crane and I know that he's Sam Bennett's son. Now, I deeply regret that you found Mrs. Crane's private papers. But you must forget you ever read them.
Mama, if Ethan knows that he's Sam Bennett's son, everything would be different. He wouldn't be in the Crane mansion. He wouldn't have all the responsibilities and obligations that come with being a Crane. And most important of all, he wouldn't be with Gwen right now. He would be with me.
Luis, you have to let them take her. I'm not letting them put her in that thing.
Luis, please, Sheridan's gone now. Let us do.
Sheridan should have never hurt anyone. Could have done this to her, Sam.
I'll never forget killing Sheridan. Never. It's gonna haunt me for the rest of my life. Sam. You gotta listen to me, okay? There's something I have to tell you. I can't take it any longer.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out, you keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Leave Ethan alone. If you go to the mansion, you'll only cause trouble. Do you want Ethan to be dealing with the tension between you and Gwen while he's grieving over Sheridan?
Teresa, please listen to your mom. Why would you want to cause Ethan any more pain?
Whitney, I don't.
Then let his family comfort him. Let them grieve over Sheridan together.
Gwen is not his family. She and her mother are using this as a way to try to pull Ethan away from me.
Don't be ridiculous. Gwen and Sheridan were friends for years. And I'm sure Gwen is as grief-stricken as the rest of the family.
Okay. So maybe Gwen is upset. But I know that she and her mother are plotting right now. They are using Sheridan's death for their own benefit.
When did you become so cynical?
When I realize I have to fight for what I want, Mama. And I am in the fight of my life with Gwen and Rebecca Hotchkiss. That was absolutely brilliant, dear. I mean, bringing up to Ethan that you and Sheridan were supposed to go to Paris in the spring. And I loved the tears. It was just the perfect touch.
You think I faked those tears, Mother? I love Sheridan. I can't believe she's gone.
Oh, I know, dear. And I don't mean to seem cruel. Actually, I was thinking of Sheridan. I was, and what she would have wanted. You know, Sheridan wanted Ethan to marry you, not Teresa. So you have to remind yourself of that and honor her memory by reminding him that that is what she wanted. You know, maybe it's time to show Ethan some pictures of the two of you with Sheridan.
Now? I don't know. Won't that just make him feel worse?
I think it would remind him of everything you share, including your love of Sheridan.
I don't think I have to remind him.
Gwen, you are in a war with Teresa. You have to use whatever you can to remind him of your shared history. That will bind him closer to you.
Just make sure that Edward knows that this tragedy won't affect our future's position. Yes, that's right. We're still in business.
I'm so happy that your sister's death hasn't interfered with your ability to cut a deal, Julian.
Father may have removed me as his heir, but I still have my personal finances to manage, which, by the way, provide very nicely for your Parisian wardrobe, your trips to the spa, and all the other perks you do so enjoy, darling.
You have no heart, Julian. You have no soul. You're even more despicable than I could have imagined.
You're entitled to your opinion, dear. Some women just don't understand what it takes to be a Crane man.
She adored you, Gwen.
And I adored her.
You know, I'm so glad you're here. Because we're the only people in this house that really appreciate the incredible woman Sheridan was.
Yes.
I want you to stay close, Gwen.
Hank, what is it?
There's something you have to know. Something I have to confess.
Dr. Russell, we ready to roll?
No. I'm not letting you take her.
Hank, we'll have to talk later, all right? Luis, you have to let them take her.
No, damn it. No one's touching her.
Eve, can you do something?
I'll try. Luis, you know Sheridan's spirit is with God now. This is just her body. You let her show her body the respect that it deserves.
You deserve that. Don't bother me anymore.
Thank you, Luis.
One, two, three.
Ready to close, Dr. Russell?
Fine.
Wait. I miss you, Sheridan.
I'll meet you at the hospital.
Hank, why don't you wait outside? I'll be out in a minute and we'll talk, all right?
No, wait, Hank. So I heard you say you had something to confess. What was it?
You were right when you attacked me, Luis. Sheridan's death was my fault. I'm the one that killed her.
Hank, what the hell are you talking about?
It's my fault that Sheridan's dead.
No, it's not, Hank. Buddy, you don't have to do this. I'm sorry that I accused you earlier.
But you were right.
I was wrong. I had no right to attack you like that. I just lashed out. Because I needed to blame someone for the pain I was feeling, all right? Okay, come on, buddy. You're my best friend. I know you never hurt anyone.
I can see how you'd blame yourself for leaving Sheridan alone. But you had every reason to believe that she was safe.
The FBI said the case was over, that the drug cartel had called off its hit on Sheridan. I believed them. That's why I left her here.
Listen to me. It is my fault. All my fault. Okay? You had every right to want to hurt me. Just can't live with myself.
Hank, you mustn't blame yourself for this tragedy. We all know how much you cared for Sheridan.
I did it, Eve, okay?
Hank, be rational. You are understandably upset, but you are not to blame.
Yeah, if anyone's to blame, it's me. I should have never left her in the first place.
Luis, you can't blame yourself. The FBI ordered you to watch her.
Yeah, well then I should have made her come with me.
I'd better call the hospital.
Freeman.
Chief, I need your help.
Sure.
Can we go out back?
Sure.
Luis, this isn't going to be much help, but for what it's worth, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry.
Hank, Listen, try to stay calm for Luis's sake, all right?
I'm gonna find whoever did this, Hank. I'm gonna make them pay. I'm gonna destroy them just like they destroyed Sheridan. My life.
How are you, Ivy?
I'm all right. I'm so glad that Gwen is here for Ethan.
Gwen is the only one who can really understand what Ethan's going through. She and Sheridan were best friends.
Yes, they were so close.
Ivy, I know you really want Ethan to marry the woman that he loves the most. But do you really want him to go through the same kind of heartbreak that Sheridan went through with this Luis person?
They did have their difficulties.
That's putting it mildly. I mean, Gwen told me all about their problems, their misunderstandings, the worries about their families, trying to mix the different classes. We all know how that ended up. Sheridan is dead.
Poor Sheridan. She had so much unhappiness in her life, so many tragedies, and finally, when she might have found someone who really loved her, well, her life is over.
Well, that is not going to happen to Ethan. Ethan loves Gwen, and they will be happy again. Look, once he realizes that Gwen is the right woman for him, he's going to forget all about Teresa.
I agree with Rebecca completely. Ethan and Gwen are perfect for each other.
If you'll excuse me, I need some air.
Gwen is using Sheridan's death to bring Ethan closer. He's going to soon forget about Teresa.
It's good thinking, Rebecca.
There's just one other thing we have to work out. We have to find a way to drive a wedge between Ethan and Teresa's brother, Luis.
I'm way ahead of you. I have a plan which I will put into action momentarily.
I got a team on the way, but I'd appreciate it if your guys could cover the grounds. If the killer left any kind of evidence, the sooner we find it, the better.
I'll get my men on it right away.
Thanks. You've got my cell number if anything turns up?
Yeah, this is Chief Bennett. I want as many men as you can spare up the Crane estate right away.
Who's there?
Oh, Sam? It's Ivy.
Ivy, what are you doing wandering around here? This is a crime scene.
I was just, I was upset about Sheridan, and I just needed some air.
Look, maybe you should get up to the main house. All right, there's gonna be cops all over the place here in a few minutes.
Could I talk to you?
About what?
There's so many things I want to talk to you about, but,
Ivy, listen, I know you're upset about Sheridan, but I have a lot of work to do.
I know. That's what I need to talk to you about. It's just Sheridan's death coming so suddenly. It just made me think of us.
Ivy, this is not the time or the place.
You know, I felt like I died when I lost you, Sam.
That was a long time ago, okay? It was over a long time ago.
It doesn't have to be over, Sam. I need you. I want you, and I will do whatever it takes to get us back together.
So, Julian, what is this brilliant plan you have in mind?
The goal is to keep Ethan blaming Luis for Sheridan's death.
That way, Luis will definitely be opposed to his sister dating Ethan.
Exactly. You see, there's no love lost between Ethan and Luis already. Luis has hated the Cranes for years. And Ethan has had more than a few run-ins with Luis.
Yet Sheridan fell for Luis in spite of all that?
Unfortunately. But the last thing we want is for them to start commiserating over Sheridan's death.
Well, how are you going to keep that from happening?
I'm going to take Ethan down to Sheridan's cottage and trigger another ugly confrontation between him and Luis.
You can do that?
Of course. We Cranes are master manipulators. It's a way of life.
We have so much in common.
Ethan, I want you to come with me. I want to speak to the authorities down at Sheridan's cottage.
About what?
I want to know what they're planning on doing with Sheridan. I mean, her body. I want to make sure it meets with our approval. So.
All right. I'll be back in a while.
I'll be here.
Will you? Because I really want you to wait for me.
I'll be here, Ethan. I will always be here for you.
Thanks.
Congratulations. Ethan is soon gonna forget entirely about Teresa Lopez Fitzgerald.
Luis, I need to talk to you. Maybe we can go somewhere.
I'm gonna follow the ambulance to the hospital now. Do you want to go with me?
Yeah, I want to be there.
I'll come too.
All right.
Who gave you permission to remove my sister's body?
I don't need permission, Julian. I'm the medical examiner. There has to be an autopsy.
Well, you most certainly do need my permission. And who authorized an autopsy?
This is a crime scene, Julian. Eve's just doing her job.
Oh, like you were doing your job protecting Sheridan. You had one thing to do, Officer Lopez Fitzgerald. That was to guard my sister's life. But she's dead, isn't she? It's all your fault.
Ivy, when are you going to get it through your head that I don't want you? Okay, I am married to Grace. We have no future.
Don't say that, Sam. I just want to be some small part of your life. I'm not asking you to leave Grace. I've told you that. I have no intention of leaving my marriage. That would hurt Ethan politically, and I can't do that.
You know, I don't believe this. You may be a Crane by marriage, but you are just like the rest of them. You know, whatever you do, the first thing you think about is how you'll be affected politically or in business, or how you're going to gain a little bit more power. Is that what Julian and Ethan are thinking about right now? How Sheridan's death could bring them some kind of profit?
No, Ethan is devastated.
Oh, yeah, right. You know, I used to think Ethan was a pretty decent young man. But now that I got to know him, I know that he's just like Alistair and Julian, all the Cranes. You know what? I despise him too.
No, Sam. Please, you can't hate our son.
Oh, come on, Ivy. You tried that trick before. I talked to Eve, remember? She checked Ethan's birth records, and there's no way that he could be my son. And I trust Eve completely.
No, when I said our son, I meant Julian's and mine, of course.
Fine. Look, whatever. I just want you to lay off, all right? Don't come on to me anymore. Just leave me alone.
Who the hell do you think you are?
Just shut up, Crane.
Sounds like Julian.
And Luis. Better go see what's going on.
Sam, please. We need to talk. I don't want you to think badly of Ethan.
Look, I'm going to tell you this one more time, all right? I want nothing to do with you, and I want nothing to do with that bastard son of yours.
Tell you right. He is a bastard. But Ethan is your bastard, Sam.
I'm warning you. Get out of my face.
Don't pull your strong-arm tactics on me. I'll have your badge.
Luis, let it go.
Stay out of this, Hank.
What's going on, Luis?
I'll tell you what's going on, Chief Bennett. I am holding Luis personally responsible for Sheridan's death.
You're what?
No, my father is right. This is just another example of the Harmony Police Department's shoddy work. I mean, first it was the prom boat disaster, and now this.
You know damn well the prom boat sinking was an accident. It was nobody's fault.
Oh, my mother almost died in that debacle, and I hold you responsible. And if it's the last thing I do, I'm gonna see you run out of town on a rail.
Give it a rest, Ethan. Sam wasn't at fault here tonight, nor was he at fault the night of the prom boat.
Of course he wasn't.
If anyone was at fault, it was me.
Oh, so you're, taking responsibility?
Yeah.
Luis, you didn't do it. Luis was just doing his job. That's all.
That's right. And he failed, didn't he? Because if he would have done what he was supposed to do, Sheridan would still be alive.
He's right, Sam. I failed Sheridan.
Now, hold on a minute. The FBI closed the case and ordered Luis to go to Washington.
I shouldn't have gone. I should have stayed here with Sheridan.
That's right, you should have. If you hadn't been so caught up in your ambition to make Detective Sheridan would still be alive. Now, this is your fault, Luis. Yours and yours alone.
Things are going so well, Gwen. Did you see how desperate Ethan was to have you wait for him?
Yes. I feel so badly about using Sheridan's death as a way to make points with Ethan.
Oh, Now. Don't feel bad. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing whatever you have to do to hold on to the man you love. I mean, lie a little, cheat a little, whatever you have to do.
I just don't think Ethan will be so easily fooled.
Fooled by what? You loved Sheridan, so you are grieving almost as much as he is. Isn't that right?
Yes.
And you're certainly not trying to pull anything by showing him that you are the right woman for him to marry. I mean, you still believe that, don't you?
Oh, with all my heart. I know I should be with him, and I know that Teresa would only make him miserable.
Well then, there you have it. You're just reminding him of the facts. It's just when all this is over, you be sure that you and Ethan are walking down the aisle. And Teresa is nowhere to be found.
I can't stand it. I have to go over there and I have to check on Ethan.
No!
I cannot just sit around here and let Gwen steal the man I love.
Teresa, if he really loves you, then Gwen will not be able to do that.
Well, I have to make sure.
And you have no regard for what you'll be doing to Luis. The pain you'll be causing him.
Mama, I still think Luis and Ethan are getting closer tonight. Mama, they both loved Sheridan. Maybe they're even crying over her together right now. Maybe Luis will understand Ethan's love for me. Ethan could be telling Luis about me right now.
I don't know what Sheridan saw in you, but I know how she felt about you. And I was willing to give you a chance. I'll try to like you for her sake. I was even about ready to tell you, what's the point now? Sheridan's dead thanks to you.
I'm sorry.
Luis, you don't owe Ethan any apologies.
I don't have anything else to say except for this. Stay the hell away from my family. And I don't ever want to see your face on Crane property again.
I don't want anyone from the Lopez Fitzgerald family to ever get involved with one of the Cranes on a personal level. You tell that to your entire family. Ethan and I agree totally on that point.
All right, Julian. You and your son have made yourself very clear. So why don't you just go back to your martinis? Because we have work to do. Damn Cranes. I think the whole world revolves around them.
What was all that about?
It was nothing.
All right. Chief, did you find anything out back?
No, nothing. But my men are on the way.
I have to get to the hospital.
We should all go to the morgue. I'll meet you there.
Fine.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm going with you.
No, you're not.
I want to be there, Sam.
Look, I want you to go home and be with your family, all right? I want you to grieve in private. Now that's an order.
All right. You call me if you hear anything. I want to know what's going on in finding Sheridan's killer.
I'll call you if I find out anything, all right? Just go home.
Hey, Hank. I know you wanted to talk to me about something, but can I wait? I just want to get as far away from here as I can, right?
Sure. I can't believe this happened. Such a beautiful young woman with so much to live for. I'd like to look the monster in the eye who shot her in cold blood.
Ethan, you're white as a ghost. What happened?
I had another run-in with Luis. I can't imagine what Sheridan saw in him.
All we wanted was to find out what they were going to do with Sheridan's body. Luis acted as if we were the Inquisition.
And it's Luis's fault Sheridan is dead. His and Sam Bennett's.
I'm so sorry, darling. I know how hard this is for you. Come upstairs. I'll draw you a bath.
Gwen, I'm afraid I won't be very good company.
We need to be together to help each other get through this. Please, let me take care of you.
I miss her so much, Gwen.
We'll all miss her.
Everything is going according to plan. Ethan thoroughly despises Luis Lopez Fitzgerald. He won't want to have anything to do with that family, believe me.
And he will want to cut Teresa out of his life as well.
Exactly. He can't think he'll ever be happy with someone whose brother is the man responsible for his beloved aunt's death.
Teresa is toast.
And there's one other reason to celebrate. Ethan not only hates Luis, he hates Sam Bennett as well, and that man's always been a thorn in my side. When this is all over, Sam and Ethan will have a serious go at it, and I'm convinced Ethan won't stop until Sam Bennett is completely destroyed.
Reese.
Reese, it's so horrible what happened.
Yeah, we were just beginning. We were just starting to get to know each other.
Oh, what a terrible tragedy. The whole family must be devastated.
Not everyone in the family. Julian Crane's got ice water running through his veins. You'd never know in a million years that his sister was just murdered.
What about Ethan?
Yeah, he's pretty torn up about it.
So you talked?
We talked.
Did he tell you anything?
Yeah, he said a lot of things. So did Julian. They said they never wanted to have anything to do with our family again. That we were to stay away from them.
Ethan said that?
Oh, yeah. He said that and a whole lot more. See, Ethan blames me for Sheridan's death. I don't think that there's anyone in this world right now who hates me more than Ethan Crane.
I'm gonna get started on the autopsy now.
Good. I'm going to take a look at those bullets. If we get lucky and find a gun, we'll be able to make a match.
Now let me get this straight. You were at the pier, and you overheard two guys talking about murdering Sheridan Crane?
That's right. I could hear them as clear as can be.
This is the gun that killed Sheridan. And I pulled the trigger. I killed Sheridan.
Pull yourself together. You have to be in control when the FBI and the local police start asking questions. First, you must get rid of the murder weapon. Your fingerprints are all over it.
They were talking about killing her. Then I heard one guy tell the other guy to get rid of the gun. Next thing you know, I heard a splash.
It's got to be the gun going into the water.
That's what I figured. They moved their way after that. I couldn't hear anymore.
You get down to the wharf and start dragging the harbor for that gun.
Yes, sir.
Just a few more questions.
Fire away.
Did they mention any other names?
No, only Sheridan. It's an unusual name. So when I heard on the radio about Sheridan Crane being killed, I figured it had to be her.
Did you recognize either of the voices?
No, but one of them had a funny accent, a Frenchie or something.
That's what we thought. Any other man?
Well, nothing out of the ordinary but his voice. But I know if I heard it again.
You would?
Oh, yes. I have an ear for voices.
Thank you. You don't have to stick around.
Well, I want to, especially since Luis isn't here. I want to be here for him.
That's the voice. I'd know it anywhere. It's you.